Activities Podcast. Your one-stop shop for all things creepy, kooky, weird and spooky. All done with an ale or two. Welcome to Paralytic Activities Podcast. Your one-stop shop
Nick,
for all...
Piss off, Sapani.
Sort your shit out, man.
There we go. That shut him up, Neil. Once and for all.
You know what? He does more lives now than Babe Station.
He does.
You don't do.
He doesn't know, and you'll keep watching it.
He takes his top off more times than Babe Station.
Topless darts on Bravo.
We're planning the apes with his chest.
That was supposed to be a monkey call. I don't know what that was. More like, more like a Bigfoot call. That
Like
was.
Michael Jackson in what was it called?
What?
That's that song he did. When he just stood there and goes, "Ah!"
Oh, fucking yeah.
Yeah,
that one. That's the one. Yeah. Like he's in the storm.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
What was all that about, John?
I don't know, Neil. But have you noticed that he was white after they took all the skin off him?
Oh, yeah.
That's how strong the wind was.
It was just a fan, John.
Was it?
It wasn't a fan.
Was it a fan?
A fan, a big fan, I'm blowing him off.
What one of them used by hand? A big fan blowing him.
Yeah.
What kind of music video was this?
John, he had loads of fans. No, they're all bubbles.
Well, he was always blowing bubbles, apparently. It's his favourite song, and he was a West Ham fan. Anyway, welcome to Paralytic Activities Podcast, episode 29. And tonight, as per normal, no editing at all, Neil.
No, we don't need it, John.
What you see is what you bloody get.
Yes, a bit like Ron Seal.
It's as simple as that. Orange has got another story in Orange Spills the Juice. Where he's pulling these from, I don't know, out of his batty hole, I think.
John, I do a lot of pulling these days.
There's a tumbleweed going past somewhere. Somewhere there's a tumbleweed going past.
In the back garden, John.
Neil, the Riddler's back.
Is he?
The Riddler is back
God for that.
with the cryptid factor. And Neil, we're going to delve into a piece of footage that sums up the problem with the paranormal.
Really?
Yeah, I've got a bit of footage from our good friend Dennis Glenn from Windsor Paranormal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The ultimate courier.
The ultimate courier, that's him.
Oh.
We're going to chat about a live event as well, Neil, which happened in 2009. And we're going to delve into another film. No, flick the screen, Neil. But first, we're going to start the episode with a paranormal ale. Neil, what have we bloody got today?
Well, we have got one of the old favourites, Johnny Boy. Brewdog Post-Punk. Tropic Like It's Hot. I know we had one before.
Not Tropic Like It's Hot.
Yeah.
Hop. I think that's
Tropic
a Tiny Rebel.
Like It's
Tiny
Hot.
Rebel.
Anyway, Brewdog Post-Punk. It's 5.4%,
That
John.
was one I made earlier. Derby Blue Peter.
For a little can, you know, it's a little tub, a little thing, you know what I mean? Bit like John.
Yeah, a bit like me. Yes.
From Cafe of Metro.
What was your party pack?
Well, yes.
Remember the old Watners party pack?
Oh,
parties?
yes.
I mean, big, massive, like about 10 points in a barrel. Tasted like shit.
Yeah. And it's from Cafe Metro in Bilston, the best bottle shop, ale bar, cob shop, live music place you could ever go to, I think, John.
It's up there, mate.
We're lucky to live a couple of miles away from it, you know. Anyway, I'm going to try it now.
If anybody wants their businesses advertised, Neil, your man, you don't know to shut up.
John, come on. Anyway, that is beautiful.
It is nice.
It's a nice drink. Yes, again, like the one last week. Brewdog really never fail, to be honest. Even that Guinness one, John, what was it called? The dark Black Heart. They tried something different, and that was really nice as well.
Yeah, really nice. Yeah, really nice.
You know, it was up
there. Coffee.
Up there with Guinness, you know. So I'm going to give that a good 4.7 out of 5 on the old ale scale.
Oh, do you know what I'm going to give it, Neil? Because I actually do like it. It's a nice, smooth, crisp IPA. Doesn't leave an aftertaste or nothing. You can taste the tropicals.
Yeah.
I'm going to give that a strong 4.2.
That's a strong 4.2.
Neil, 4 out of 5 is a good score. 4.2 is even better. So have some of that. In my view, that's not a bad drop. Even though it's It's not punk IPA. It's called Post Punk. It's a limited edition. It's a tropical IPA.
I think Dennis Leonard like this show. He's got post in it.
You're a postman, as you know.
Yeah. House junk it should be. Bloody junk mail.
Yeah. Anyway, Neil, that's it. The beers are all ready to go. You're ready to go. I'm ready to go. It is time for comments from episode 28. Talking shite and ghost hunting with the Happy Mondays. Our good friend the Mothman, Neil. He's only left us a comment. Been a while, eh?
I know, it's been a while, you know.
Been a while.
You know.
So he's left us a comment, the old Mothman, Martin Lever. A great listen, fellas, was just like when we was at the Metro talking shite.
I remember that one.
And he also said that I love that age, my dad. He gets a honorary mention. That lottery ticket story made me laugh. And for people who don't know, Black Country, that's a laugh. Yeah. God bless you. Dennis Glenn nearly says, I agree with Neil Smith. Russ Bevin should have chose a different day because I can't make it either. And now this is into the Haunted Exchange networking night on Saturday. Neil, where was you and why couldn't you go? Why couldn't Dennis go? You know what I mean? Was he wrestling?
I don't know. But you know where I was, John. I went to Stark. I went to
I know where you was, but the listeners don't know where you was.
An old school quality rave at Keele University. It was a really good night, actually, John, but I was gutted that I could not make it. Every time there's a gig, there's always something going on. I'm sure Russ looks, Neil can't make that noise. We'll have it that noise.
How's he going to know?
I know, John. He's psychic.
Yeah, well, he is, eh?
Exactly.
He is. So how was your night, anyway?
It was fantastic. Good night, man. Really.
Hey, you talked to some rave celebrities.
Oh, yeah, they was happy to talk to me, John. To me,
come on then, who was it? And tell us about it.
You know, like anybody knows the rave, 1991, 92, 93, maybe. I'll stop listening to it in 93. Yeah. DJ Ratty. Yeah, on the ones and twos.
On the ones and twos, on the ones and twos.
Shades of Rhythm.
Shades
they
are,
of Rhythm. They are the creme de la creme of the rave world.
Are they really, Neil? That's a bold statement, that is.
Yeah, man. They're top of the pops and everything.
Was they?
Yeah. It's great tunes, man. Rat Pack were there, John.
Now then, tonight on Top of the Pops, we've got Shades of Rhythm all the way from Keele University.
They're from London, John.
It don't matter.
Keele University.
It don't matter, does it?
No, it don't matter. Anyway. And it was a really good night. I enjoyed it, John.
Was it?
Yeah.
Glad to hear it, Neil. Talking of the Haunted Exchange where I went to, it was the who's who of the paranormal, Neil. That's who it was. There was all there. Now, if a bomb would have dropped on that building that night, the office in Dudley, it'd have been devastated for all the paranormal field within the Dudley area. Do you know what I mean? But it was a fantastic night. It all raised money for breast cancer. And it was Jacqueline Dixon was on the karaoke. Yeah.
What did Jacqueline Dixon? What did she sing, John?
I think she sang Nelly the Elephant. No. She sang Adele the Elephant. She sung a Adele song.
Deli the Elephant.
Yep, Adele the Elephant. No. I used to call Adele the Elephant, but now she's slimmed down. I can't use that joke anymore.
Oh,
because she looks really nice, don't you?
No, she does, John. When you got money like that, you know what I mean. You got people training, you know what I mean. You ain't got to get up rolling barrels every day. 5 o'clock in the morning. Yes. All you got to do is cackle your voice.
Yeah, but imagine if you've got that money, and they'll just look for all the takeaways. You could scoff down your chops,
John.
Do you know what I mean?
She probably does.
Mind it. I bet she looks a Big Mac.
You know, I've seen her at the deli counter in Morrison's.
Anyway. Commenters. Neil Beach, he says, your context, we dedicated last show to my dad, and he said he loves your content and he loves the bow for you. Glyn Taylor, fantastic gesture, and I always enjoy you guys. Your dad would be proud. And Karen Clare said, your dad was the funniest, kindest man I've ever known. Fair play. Hayley Summergill, Neil, talking about our paranormal road trip on YouTube. You can go and check it out. It's a good old paranormal road trip to Bromyard.
It's only on our, 25 minutes, eh?
No, it's about 15 minutes.
Yeah,
it's only
it's great, man.
Perfect viewing.
Perfect.
But she says, where else as Chuffalls, Lugalls, and All Souls, all sponsored by Roundtrees? And that kind of sums up the paranormal road trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
John Chan said, did you visit the Live and Let Live pub? I went, no. But if it was Live and Let Die, I'd be all over that, Neil.
Well, I don't know. There was one called Live and Let Live.
Neither did we, Neil, because we never went. But if it's a Live and Let Die pub, dedicated to Roger Moore, you know what I mean, Paul McCartney, and a bit of James Bond, I'd be there in a jiffy.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be there in a jiffy. Anyway, in that video, Neil, you've done a little impression about the Karate Kid, there.
I did,
And Raiders of the Lost Loam commented, said, who is that? Is that Daniel Le Orangeau?
Daniel the Jew, sorry.
Katrina E says, you guys are funny bones. Excuse me.
Well,
What do I mean by that?
Everybody's got a funny bone in them, John.
This is true. And then she said there were so many laugh out loud moments. That's obviously going to be the video on YouTube, which you go and check out. And Vera Camus, I think that's how
it's an old name, eh?
No, it's not Vera. It's Veronica. Veronica Como. Veronica Como.
Veronica Como.
Yeah.
So your brother named Perry.
Did you say comb over?
No.
She's probably bald. She was the Paranormal Albus in the video was absolutely brilliant. So there you go. And Katrina E also stated, sorry to hear about your dad. Sounds like a good bloke. Thanks to you two, keeping us laughing on a regular basis.
Oh, beautiful, man.
Do you know what I mean? Like I said, the comments of that, we always read out a few. Anybody else want to slap any comments, and you can do it on Buzzsprout. You can leave a message as a comment to this episode, or when we put it on YouTube, you can leave a comment on YouTube or Facebook, because when we put it on as an advert, you can leave a comment on that. Choice is yours, and you'll get a shout out. I can promise you, bloody that, Neil. And on that bombshell right there, Neil, what have you been up to? What have you?
You don't want to know what I'm up to, Johnny boy. Yeah. Well, obviously, I went to a race that day.
Yes.
Yeah, I went to Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah.
Found a cracking boozer, John.
Oh.
A nice hot coal fire. You know, some nice.
Well, you can't get many cold.
John, this was cold 'cause it wore on. There was nothing burning, but it was nice to sit next to it and talk to it.
Okay, so it was not.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was a hot day Saturday. It wasn't too bad. I remember for this Cantonese, John. Oh, it's beautiful.
What was the name?
Anyway, this beautiful, John. It was such a posh. You know, have you ever tried using chopsticks?
Yes, I have. I'm pretty good at it, actually.
Yeah.
I can pick up a prawn cracker, no problem.
Really, John. I couldn't use them to eat my food with, John, but I took to the raven, mate.
Yeah.
And I was there, you know. It's great, man.
That's a good idea.
I know.
Could you have some luminous paint?
No, yeah.
As well, that'd be bloody perfect.
I do know. And,
bloody perfect.
It's a great night, man. Really enjoyed it. I thought it'd be rough on the day after. But I'll be honest with you, John. I've seen something in the news today, and I think the shit's going to hit the fan.
Go on, spill your guts.
McDonald's, right, have been using endangered species in their meat products.
What, like dodo?
Honestly, John, I went today, right, and had a quarter panda. I'll tell you what, it was absolutely beautiful, John.
Was it black and white?
It was black and white. No, it's just a bit of a joke there.
Yeah.
And that's it, really. You know, apart from the morbid stuff, how are you going to talk about that?
You know, I thought you were stuck into McDonald's. Now you're on your diet long.
Yeah, but I had to try these quarter pandas, John.
Quarter panda?
Yeah.
Ooh,
it won't last long because you can't put panda meat in the burgers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it won't last long. It won't last long.
Well, they might last long the way things are going.
I've already mentioned the Paranormal Road Trip. We had a good bloody blast. Go and check it out on YouTube. Neil, we was in the Haunted magazine, weren't we?
Yeah, we were.
A.E. Sword and Paul Stevenson, the legends of the Haunted magazine, put my story slap bang in the middle.
I know.
The spirit, the true spirit of the paranormal. It's not all about ghosts, you know.
Mine's come today.
That's it. Fantastic. I'm glad to hear it. So, I just want to say thanks for putting my little article in there. It was very much appreciated. And they dedicated it to the old man, Neil.
You know what? It's such a lovely thing to do.
You know,
it really is a bit like Alan Michael Warman with a T-shirt, and he put a picture of my mum and dad right, but inside the T-shirt,
fantastic,
right next to my heart.
Fantastic.
Things like that, you know, really, really bring me tears to my eye, John.
Beautiful.
They bring tears to my eye in an happy way.
Well, you wouldn't bring tears anywhere else on your body, would they?
Why?
But where else tears going to come from? Out your snot box?
I don't know.
You wetty hole.
I don't know.
Did you watch BGT, Neil? Britain's Got Talent.
I did watch Britain Got Talent. I watched some of it.
There's not many Britons have got talent by the looks of it.
No.
'Cause hardly any of them was British.
I know. I watched a bit. I caught a bit of it, to be honest. The Christmas woman one now.
Yes, the Christmas woman would. Yeah, but apparently, she says, I work. Where does she work? Works in a gym, I think, on the desk.
Yeah.
But she's been in the West End loads of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, been on Starlight Express, and some others. So I didn't really pay that much attention. But she won, and she's already a professional singer.
Really? Well, John, I've been on the National Express, but I can't fucking sing for Toffee.
So yeah, I was a bit like, okay, she's really good, fan-bloody-tastic, and she won. Do you know, I wanted to win.
Who?
The guys with the karate people. Watcha!
John and me.
That was brilliant.
Honestly, I memorised all that.
We used to do that on Ross's Grass, don't we?
Did I? But we used to do it with prawn crackers, don't we?
Did you?
I've spun round in the air and booted prawn crackers out of people's hands, John. With my mouth. like a fucking whale diving out the sea.
No prawn crackers were armed in the making of this video.
Yeah, I have.
Anyway, I had some shocking news today, Neil. I had to have a lie down.
What?
I had to have a lie down. Gail Platt's leaving Coronation Street after 50 years, Neil.
John.
She's finally going home.
I see that.
E.T.'s going home.
John, the older she gets, the more she looks like E.T. I know. It's a shame.
The extra testicle.
Even hers getting a bit, John. I believe it, man.
Even Gail Teals are getting a bit, and Neil still ain't.
I know. Oh, yeah.
What's going on?
I know, yeah.
She looks like E.T. after a rave.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know. Lovely wench, though.
But she's been on Coronation for a million years.
50 years.
And that is no exaggeration.
50 years.
A million?
Well, probably a million.
She looks been on there a million, to be honest.
She's outlived Betty's Hotpot. And that's saying something to it, John.
Do they still Betty's Hot? Do they still
John,
do it? Because Betty ain't there no more.
John, yeah, but it's still doing, John. It's like a franchise, you know what I mean?
A franchise.
It is.
So you got Greg's, you got McDonald's, you got KFC, you got Pizza Express, you got Nando's, you got Betty's Hot Pot. John, that's what a franchise is. There.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. It is a franchise in the Heroes Return.
It's not a franchise. How is it a franchise?
You know what I mean, Johnny? It's
on the menu.
It's on the menu.
Okay.
Very famous thing. You know what I mean?
So imagine.
You're telling me when Kentucky Fried Chicken had died, they was going to shut the shops up? No.
Yeah, but you don't know what a franchise is, obviously. Do you know what a franchise is?
What
is it then? Explain to me what a franchise is.
A franchise is.
Here we go.
It's like the franchise, eh?
Jesus Christ!
I can't. My mind's gone blank. I know what a franchise is. It's like like KFC and McDonald's.
No. And they don't exist anyway. It's like McDonald's and KFCs and all these kind of buildings, right? If you've got a lot of money, you can have your own KFC.
Yeah. So
you will buy it off them as a franchise. So you rent it.
Yeah,
and it's your building.
Menu.
Everything.
Everything. I know.
Everything. That's a franchise. So I don't think anybody has got a Betty's Hot Pot franchise now.
You never know.
Is what I'm trying to say. Imagine, right? Imagine you've been out all day, you've been on the lash. Yeah. Been out on the lash, you think, oh, what do you fancy? A kebab? Oh, no. Oh, a Chinese? No. An Indian? No. Let's go and have a big bowl of Betty's sweaty hot pot.
John,
it's hanging at them.
You ain't never tried it.
It's hanging at them, Neil. Ain't going to happen. As simple as that.
I had for pork bat. I said I had for pork bat.
Or Fred Elliott.
Fred Elliott.
Anyway, Neil, moving on to a bit of a little section called Paranormal. Now, something has come across my desk.
Oh, here we go. John, how paranoid is it?
Oh, you thought that was yogurt?
I just had a shower.
Happy birthday to you.
I have a shower every day, John. You can eat your dinner off my cake box.
Well, last time I saw your pants, it looked like you had.
Tell me, shoot, John. Fresh as the day, isn't it? Anyway.
It was like a BMX track on a rainy day. Anyway. Paranormal. Something's come across my desk.
You jumped over the log of that one as well.
Neil, something's come across my desk, right? And to me, this video, I'm going to try and bring it up on the screen. So if you do want to watch it, it's on YouTube. If you are listening, I'm sorry, because it is quite loud. It's a bit shouty. So I do apologise, right? Someone sent me some footage of a paranormal group at the famous Ancient Ram.
Oh,
right. And they're doing a bit of table tipping now. And I was sent this video by a good friend, Dennis Glenn. We've mentioned him already. And I was quite shocked. So I'm going to try and get it up on the screen now, Neil, if you can just keep talking for a second.
yeah. Remember, I did some table tipping, John.
Yeah.
I went to a restaurant and left them before I left. I put it on the table, you know what I mean? Just pissed off. Table tipping. Don't know.
See if I can get it up. Hold up. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Bear with me, people. Bear with me. Neil, don't finger me computer. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah?
Yeah. Are you ready for this? So if you are listening, I apologise. It might be a bit noisy, but if you are watching, check this out.
That's the ancient Mammy.
Yeah. That's the ancient Mammy, Neil. So you can see, table in the corner is rocking, table tipping, and the big massive table there is also rocking. So the ghost is managing to push 2 tables at the same bloody time.
Every now and then only one.
Yeah.
Every now and then only one spirit in there, John.
Well, I am telling you right now. Sorry, people. I am telling you right now. But there was no spirits there, not rocking the table. That is guaranteed. Because if you watch the video, if you want to go and check it on YouTube, they are all moving the bloody table.
I know.
Their shoulders are.
I know.
It's like that song. What's it
Oops
called?
Upside Your Head.
They're doing Oops Upside Your Head. Both tables are going to the clappers,
I'm sure they are
to the absolute clappers.
Oops Upside Your Dead Head.
It could be. But there's a bit in the video. I didn't want to show it all because it goes on for a little bit. So there's 2 people on one table, rocking a table, dancing with the table now, basically. And then there's a big, massive bar table with 4 people around it, and that's rocking like the boat at Alton Towers.
John, if they had one finger, but yeah, they've all got the 4 hands on it.
Yeah, yeah.
So you get a bit of momentum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is going to rock, and it was doing like the clappers.
Where they're trying to kid, John?
I have no idea, Neil. I have no idea, but at the end of the video, they all lifted out their arms off the table, and guess what? The table stops rocking.
It does.
It does, Neil. The table stops rocking.
I'll tell you what, that's concrete evidence, Sean.
Concrete evidence of what? That they're all do-lally tapped. That's what it is. They're all do-lally tapped. Now, anybody who's listening now and they don't know what table tipping is, it's basically you're supposed to put your fingers on a table, summon a spirit, and hopefully it'll get the table moving. So you go with the momentum, blah, 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 blah. But it's already been kind of like used through the years now by certain mediums and individuals and paranormal investigators. And it's basically, it's a party trick. It's a parlor game. You know what I mean? The chance of a table dancing around a room being moved by a spirit, it's laughable in my opinion.
Remember that one on Gold Cliff, John? Gold Cliff's Mansion.
He gets every place we go, he gets them all wrong. Go on then, tell me about it.
Why go on? What is it supposed to be called then?
Guy's Cliff.
Yeah, Guy's Cliff Mansion.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Remember that little room?
Yeah.
When Miles Staunton were there?
Yeah, yeah.
And it was like a table. And the bottom of the table was metal, and it was heavy as fuck.
Yeah.
And then we went there, and then when they were there, the table was rocking and near enough hovering.
It was like on a bouncy castle.
Yeah. When we went there, we couldn't even move it. So I was like, no way.
Like I say, a lot of bunkum.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the people on the video, I don't know who they are. I don't want to badmouth them or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. It's the fact that shit doesn't happen unless it's manipulated by individuals. You know what I mean? I've been there, I've seen it, I saw people moving it. I could go on that table, me and Neil, and it wouldn't move at all. And we've tried it many a time, haven't we?
Oh,
Many a time. The red light's the same, wouldn't move.
Mm.
But you get some barn pot on there, and before you know it, it's doing ups upside your head all across the bloody living room. What's it all about? So anyway, table tipping, Neil, or table turning, as it was called. It's a method of contacting the other side, apparently. Now, it was there before the Ouija board. It was there before spirit bells and electric voice phenomena. Now, it was a common practice with spiritualists in both America and Europe as far back as the 1850s, Neil. Now, obviously, it's a simple method, wooden table. A smaller one will do because it's easier to bloody move around. That's why. 3 legs, have some of that. But you know what they used to do, Neil?
What?
If they couldn't get the table to move. Do you know what they used to do?
Rock it itself.
No. They'd start singing a song.
Here we go. What table is this? What table? What song is it, John?
Something like row, row, row your boat. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Do you know what I mean? That's making your brain say row. When you sing row, row, you start moving anyway.
Yeah.
You go row, row, row. So therefore, you're subconsciously moving yourself, which is your hands on the table. So you're moving the table.
Tuning with the rhythm, John.
Drives me bloody mad.
When I went to the spin classes and they used to have the music, I used to put my boat like this.
Yeah.
You know, and I used to give with the beat.
That's good movement, that isn't it?
You know,
that is good movement.
That's what I used to do. And that's exactly the same as that.
Yeah. So that video there, it's to me, it's quite laughable. And that, people, in my opinion, is one of the main problems with the paranormal, is the fact that real, honest investigators will tell you hand on heart that shit like that don't happen. Even if they do get anything, they'll get like a shudder.
Yeah.
But it won't start dancing around the living room. Do you know what I mean? Doing the moonwalk like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I mean Ghostbusters 2, that house had done a bit removed.
Well, you know, that was a movie, and it was and it wasn't based on fact, Neil. So there you go. The dancing tables at the ancient Ram Inn. Now, talking of Ram Inn, it's time for Orange Spills the Juice. Been a while since you had a ramming, Neil.
John, what do you know?
What's this incident we're going to talk about, Neil? What is it?
I'll tell you.
Okay, so it's a surprise. Okay, that's fine.
It's not a very big one. That's another shut up line.
Is it? Neil, it's how big the hammer is. What bangs in the nail, let's be honest.
See, say what you got is what you do with it. No, that I've been on record here, John.
Well, you've done nothing with it for 6 years.
Do you know, John? No, jack shit. Think you do,
Get on with it. Get on with it.
Anyway.
Neil, if you'd have got your leg over, you'd be on the phone to me just right after smoking a fag, wiping the sweat off your brow.
I'm glad you said the sweat.
Sweat off your brow.
Sweat
You'll never guess what I've just done.
I didn't used to do it before, John.
But that's different. You was married. Get on with your story.
Anyway.
Orange Spills the Juice, people.
Worse for wear in Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
I've been to a rave, believe it or not. Very
Again.
spanning. I was only like, it was about 1992, 93. And we went back to this house in Whitmarines in Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
A very rough area, John, this was.
Rough as arseholes.
Yeah. To an house party. Hour by hour, I was feeling worse.
Was Kid and Play there?
John, will you stop putting in for a cracky chopper in the Adam's apple? So, I was feeling worse and worse after hour. There's more people turning up at the house. It's starting to get light now.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel rough as crap. Getting a bit paranoid as well, actually. And I was in this kitchen, John.
All right, Aussie.
I was in this kitchen. Just sat on my chair. Nothing to say to nobody. And I'm surrounded by all these weird people. Absolutely off the tits, John. And I don't even want to look up at him. You know what I mean? I don't want to go to the toilet. I'd rather sat there and piss my pants.
The gear was wearing off.
Not the gear, John. Don't put me in a bad. You know.
It's the 90s, Neil.
Okay, yeah. I probably had a bit.
It's the 90s.
Had a bit of amphetamine, but I was getting a bit paranoid and what have you. And I don't want to look up at these people.
Yeah.
There's all off the tits. All doing up to no good.
What was they doing?
You don't want to know, John.
Oh.
So I'm sitting there. I'm just thinking to myself, I want to go home. I've had enough. It's getting late. Countdown's on. Well, come down, whatever you want to call it. Right. I don't drive then. My mate was getting, I ain't getting home yet. This is like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Who's your mate?
Shit.
Do I know him?
Yes.
Who is he?
There's a few of them going up there.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, I just want to go home. Anyway, I stood up to get some bubblers out of my jeans.
But you always take to a rave.
Yeah, I had some bubblers out of my jeans. And I don't want to look at these people. I'm surrounded by them. But as I've sat down and back down, John, believe it or not, it was like a wooden chair.
Yeah.
And this chair wasn't very steady.
Here we go.
I was sat on the chair and the old chair's collapsed. Right, in front of about 50 people in the kitchen that I've never seen before in my life. Paranoid to fuck, feeling like cat. Right. Sat on this chair, John.
Yeah.
And the chair collapsed. But as the chair collapsed, the wood at the back, there was a nail sticking out of it. And the nail went right up my back. John, the pain was fucking horrendous. I was screaming on the floor. People were laughing. People were trying to help me, you know. And it was just, like all the skin. It was like a groove. A bit like, the Donkey Derby. The groove that they're doing. That was up my back, John.
I mean, the ones you find at the fairground?
Yeah.
You throw the balls in?
Yeah, you throw the balls. I can imagine an horse going up my back, you know what I mean?
Where
was
the balls going in?
John, I'm joking. It was fucking horrendous. The pain was... I got people trying to get me up, you know, and I brought the woman's chair as well, and I felt bad about that, like.
Yeah.
And they all took me outside, people I don't even know, off the tits, trying to do some first aid on me, you know. And it was a very embarrassing moment, John. But the pain... I'll tell you what, I was like having one of Freddy Krueger's fucking things scrape up your back.
Yeah.
That's what it was like.
What did they use to stop the bleeding? Rizzlers.
You know what, John? You probably did, you know. Rolled me up as a joint.
Smelt the orange.
You know, smelt the orange, yeah. But that was another embarrassing moment that, you know, I will never forget, and it was fucking painful, man.
I don't know where you get them all from, Neil.
John, after that, you know what? I felt normal after it.
Well,
it's like a shock to the system.
It's going to shock you, man. Therefore, it's going to bring you back down to earth.
Well, it broke the seal. You know what I mean? To the people that were there, that I don't want to speak to them, I don't want to look at them, nothing like that. Then all of a sudden, I got like a friend full of kitchen friends. You know what I mean? And I was there till 9 o'clock on the night.
He's got some friends. Kitchen friends.
Kitchen friends. Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, it was a bit horrible. It wasn't very nice, I'll be honest with you.
Cracking story, Neil. Cracking story.
It's only a small one, you know what I mean?
We've heard.
Short and sweet.
Anyway, we're back with the cryptid factor, Neil.
Oh, yes.
The cryptid factor. The Riddler has come back out of hibernation, Neil, since our road trip to our Brom yard, right? And he's got me a cryptid, and he's going to tell us all about it. But first, let's play his music.
Lucky rack. Yeah.
That's a Bigfoot. That's Bigfoot, though, isn't it? That's Bigfoot. That's what Bigfoot do. Yeah, get a big log. Get a big log and hit another tree with it, and that's how they do the calls.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, grab me. So who's going to come out the screen then?
Anyway, the Riddler is going to tell us all about, Neil, the Leviathan cryptid. Take it away, Riddler.
All right, me nuns. Welcome back to the Cryptid Factor. It's been a while, late. Now, strap in. We're going way back to what is described as God's original creations, created before angels and humanity, but they was locked away because they was proved too dangerous. This one's a bit of a let's say it's a bit of a collaboration one. And I'll tell you why now. I'll just introduce you over. Seth, come on, me man. Now, we've had just a minute. Now, we've come to a bit of an agreement. If I'm talking about any cryptid that involves the word demon, yes, I know. Seth's going to talk about him. Yes, I am. Yo, you little bugger. Now, listen. We're all friends. I've invited you round. You haven't got to break into my house anymore. Give me a second. Right, without further ado. Mr. Seth, come on, Mr. Constantine, get over here. Oh, hello there, you little buggers. It's me here, Seth Constantine, Yorkshire Exorcist, and co-host of The Cryptid Factor, as of now. Well, as of now, is it? Okay. As of now, apparently, I've got a co-host. Come on then. Chop chop. Never mind chop chop, you little bugger. Sit down over there. Go and put kettle on you little bugger. Any road. As the Riddler said, described by death as God's original creations. Now, these little buggers were locked away because God could not control them. Leviathan are capable of shape-shifting, and they've been known to shape-shift into human form after contact with their DNA, and they are able to eat virtually anything, and they are almost indestructible. I say almost, because they're only vulnerable to the household chemical borax. Well, I tell you what, that sounds to me like a load of bollocks. Load of bollocks. Where did they have bloody chemical borax in their household in them days, the little lying little buggers? Any road. The only way that they can be killed is being stabbed with the bone of the righteous. And it has to be a mortal bone, but it has to be soaked in the blood of 3 fallen. A fallen angel, which would be Castiel, a ruler of the fallen humanity, which would be Crowley, and the father of fallen beasts, i.e., an alpha vampire. Now, Leviathan have been spotted throughout the ages. One in the early 2000s. Namely, Dave Bautista. He wrestled under the name Leviathan in the early 2000s for Ohio Valley Wrestling, WWE. But nobody stabbed him with a bone. A lot of ships report seeing Leviathan in sea, but it's been debunked as either giant squid or a whale. No, I have never seen one of these. Have you? Let us know. What do you think, Ridley? I think, Seth, it's a load of bollocks, to be honest. That's what I said. Say something different. Fuck's sake. I think it's rubbish. I don't think it's real. But what do you think? I'm doing it, yo. I'll let you know when you can speak, alright? Any road. I think it's a load of bollocks. But what do you think? Let us know. Now you can talk. Ta-ra, me mons.
So there you go, Neil. The Leviathan, the cryptid, which is also some kind of demon, apparently. I couldn't find that much on Leviathan. I just know it's like a big sea serpent, and it's something like a big sea, like Loch Ness monster,
John,
but a very, very old mythical beast. You know, like it was there before anything else.
You never know what's under the sea, John.
You don't?
I mean, SpongeBob's got a pineapple house underneath there.
That's SpongeBob has, yeah. You know what I mean?
You don't know what's under that sea. That's why I would never go scuba diving.
Ever. But Neil, you won't be able to go that far down. You've got to go that far down that no light can penetrate the sea. You have to go through. You have to go through like a lining. I can't remember what it's called. And under that lining, it's that dark that anything could be living under there. Godzilla, Tiamat, Leviathan, the Loch Ness Monster, that big massive shark. What's that one called? The Megalodon.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? You don't know what's down there, Neil. You know what I mean? Bruce Lee could be down there.
Yeah.
Elvis.
Probably.
Do you know what I mean? They've all just vanished.
Michael Fish.
Fish, he could be down there. You don't know. So yeah, that was our Riddler. He was back, and he had a friend in the house, Neil.
Right.
Our good friend, the Yorkshire Exorcist, which is now, as he says, is going to co-host the Cryptid Factor. I don't know how that's going to sit with Riddler.
No,
I don't know how that's going to sit with Riddler, Neil. I really don't know. He's a one-man band like us.
no, he's not.
So I reckon he had to kick him out because more than likely Seth would have had all the tea and had 16 bags of hobnobs.
Probably.
Guaranteed. Anyway, that was the Cryptid Factor. I enjoyed that, Neil. That was.
Yeah,
It was. I really enjoyed that. I love anything like any sea monsters and stuff like that. So, yeah, Neil. In 2009, yeah, there was a live event which was going to break all boundaries. It was going to break all box office records. It was going to be one of a kind. Guess what it was, Neil?
I know what it was, John.
Tell the listeners what it was, Neil.
It was the seance of Wacko Jacko, John.
The live seance of Michael Jackson, and it was going to be on Sky One on a Saturday night, prime time, Neil.
Mm.
It was on prime time. Now this, in my opinion, was complete car crash TV. Michael Jackson, the live seance. It was fan-bloody-tastic for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And one, there was 4 people around the table. There was a Michael Jackson lookalike. There was another Michael Jackson lookalike. There was a Michael Jackson fan and some bird. I don't know what she was. I haven't got a clue. And behind him, there was a guy watching it all, sitting on an umpire's chair from the tennis.
Yeah.
Like overseeing proceedings, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Out, hit the line. I don't know what that was about. And it was all kind of the seance being hosted by the one and only, the legend, Mary Loves Dick, Derek Acora. You're thinking, what the hell is going to happen here? Are they going to contact the spirit of Michael Jackson? Is he going to enter the studio when it was filmed in Ireland? I mean, if I was Michael Jackson, that's the place I'd want to be.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to go and say hello to my kids or to my family or to my adoring fans. I'd like to go to Ireland and speak through Derek Acora with his nice gold tan and his slick back grey hair. That's what I'd like to do. So anyway, Neil, it went something like this kind of thing. He's calling out to Michael Jackson. It's all live, don't forget. It's presented by June Sarapong. Remember her from MTV?
I do, huh?
David Guest is overwatching proceedings, like one of the judges of BGT.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ready for his big red buzzer to pop out.
Michael Jackson's good friend, that was.
It was. That's why he was there. There's no other reason he was there otherwise. Do you know what I mean? And so he's there calling out for Michael Jackson. And lo and behold, Neil, Michael Jackson appears in the room. Not to the eyes or to the camera, but to Derek Acora. Derek Acora is saying he's sat right next to me. Well, he's standing right next to me and next to some guy who's dressed as Michael Jackson. And then he points out to the hat on the table, which he said was Michael Jackson's hat, and they're all touching it, all fingering Jacko's hat.
They all
had a glove on, Neil. Don't worry about that. That was dedicated Michael Jackson fans at the end of the day. And Derek there is getting the essence and the spirit and the aura of Michael Jackson. He's saying, I'm feeling this hat should be lofty. It should be thrown high. They're all there going nodding like this.
Yeah.
He's got that right. Well, Jesus Christ. That's all Michael Jackson used to do after every gig.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that. You know that. Anybody knows that. So Derek Acora definitely bloody knows it. So is he getting the spirit of Michael Jackson now?
Most definitely, John.
Most definitely.
We love you, Michael.
Most definitely. So, like I say, Michael Jackson could have visited his family or anything like that in spirit form, but no, he went to Ireland and spoke through Derek Acora. So he's speaking through Derek Acora, Michael Jackson. He's got a bit it doesn't sound like him. He actually sounds like Barry White. I think he actually got the ghost of Barry White.
Sound like Robbie Jackson.
Because he was saying, I've got a bad throat. Michael, Derek, tell him I've got a bad throat. I've got a bad throat. It's Quincy Jones here.
John, the reason he got a bad throat because Derek couldn't do Michael Jackson fucking impression. That's why he got a bad throat.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Michael Jackson didn't have a bad throat. Michael Jackson.
You have a bad throat in the afterworld, John.
Well, you think about it, right? If there is a thing as the afterworld and Michael Jackson there moonwalking around in it, right? He can go and find Quincy Jones himself and ask him how he is.
Of course he can.
He don't need to go to Ireland to Derek Acora for Derek Acora to ask if Quincy Jones is in. He said Michael Jackson standing next to me. How could he not see Quincy Jones wasn't there?
Exactly. And you're telling me they ain't got a fucking chemist in the afterlife? Fucking bullshit.
What a chemist?
For his lozenges, for his throat.
Oh, I thought you meant Quincy MD.
No.
Quincy MD was an 80s TV show about a detective doctor called Quincy.
Yeah.
Not Quincy Jones. Nothing to do with that musical genius. But yeah. So as it's going on, they keep cutting the live feed because they know it's getting embarrassing.
Yeah.
Really embarrassing. Even the wackos dressed as wacko are there thinking, what the fucking hell's going on here?
John, they believed every minute.
I don't think they did, Neil.
They did, John.
They've done it for the cameras, Neil. They've done it for the cameras.
I reckon Derek Acora was just a smooth criminal, I don't you?
Well, he's been called some things. Rest in peace, Decker.
I know.
Rest in peace.
God bless you, mate.
Without Derek Acora, off of these thousands and thousands of teams, wouldn't we ghost hunting?
You're right.
You know, Derek Acora brought it all to the mainstream through the fake show, Most Haunted.
I know.
So there you go. Michael Jackson, the live seance. Now, if anybody hasn't watched it, it's 1, it's comedy gold. 2, it's a car crash. And 3, they all done it real. They didn't try and they wanted it to be as real as possible. So did Michael Jackson enter the body of Derek Acora through the back passage? Probably not. Was he stood next to him, next to the Michael Jackson impersonator with his glove on?
No.
Probably not. And why was there an umpire there checking over proceedings like someone at the tennis?
I don't know, John.
I don't know. Me neither. So the next live seance is with David Guest. David Guest. He was there as well with his earplugs. Yeah. So anyway, rest in peace, Decker. Rest in peace, Michael Jackson. Have some bloody that.
I've got some few facts on that wacko, John.
Have you? I love a good fact, I do.
Less than a decade before he actually passed away, he had a close call. Michael Jackson did.
Did he?
Yeah. Jackson was supposed to be in the World Trade Center during the devastating events in 9/11, but he overslept, John. It's true, that is.
Where's the proof?
And he missed the meeting. He was still alive at the time.
What meeting was he having at the World Trade Center?
I don't know.
Trading gloves. Trading
one
glove.
I don't know.
Diamond-studded glove or something.
Anyway, in 1991, Jackson was gifted an Asian elephant by the actress Elizabeth Taylor.
Where did he put that?
Son, Jackson, the elephant, after he allowed her to host her wedding on his ranch. Jackson called the elephant Gypsy, and it weighed 5,000 pounds, John.
How did he weigh it? A pair of scales.
I don't know, John.
But it was Michael Jackson. The man could do anything.
Yeah, I know.
I mean.
Also, Jackson took his pet chimpanzee named Bubbles on tour with him to Japan.
Do you know that was his favourite song? I'm forever blabbing Bubbles.
The stun caught an eye of the media. Before he knew it, people were comparing him to the likes of the Disney character that befriended a chimp. Bubbles became Jackson's double and went on tour with him. Bubbles retired. He'd be retired, John. It was his career. He'd retired in 2005 before Jackson's death. Jackson used standing apes for the Bubbles called Max and AJ. He said that Bubbles were not mentioned in Jackson's will. However, it was confusing as Jackson would often refer Bubbles as his son.
Jesus Christ.
I know. And then after Jackson's death, Bubbles started his new retirement life at the fucking Centre for Great Apes in Florida.
Brilliant. We did take up oil paint in the summer.
I ain't got a clue, John.
Took up golf there.
I'll tell you what, I bet if we could talk, man, I could tell some stories.
Without a doubt. Especially on the golf course. with his Werther's original.
I'm telling you, John. Imagine the stories he's seen all the
Bubbles.
bubbles.
He probably got paid off, Neil.
Yeah.
Just like the rest of them. Can't say a word.
We got paid off, what, in peanuts?
Bananas. I reckon Bubbles was that much more of a human than most humans I've met.
I reckon it was somebody.
I reckon he sat there with a nice steak dinner.
I reckon it was.
And a Chianti.
I reckon it was Dad being guest in a monkey's house.
It could have been. It could have been. Anyway, Michael Jackson wasn't a very brainy person. Now he really wasn't. Do you know what he thought? Boys to Men were a delivery service. He did. He did. And you can also get on the market, especially from Toys R Us or Smith's Toys. You can get a Michael Jackson Mr. Potato Head. It comes with 7 noses. But that's enough on old Michael.
Bless him. God rest in peace, Michael.
Legend. Moonwalking his way across the clouds.
Well, Bruno Mars, you can try as much as you want. Christian can try as much as you want. Right? But there'll never be another Michael Jackson.
What about the 2 impersonators from the Michael Jackson seance?
John, there's nothing like him. I can wear a glove. You know what I mean?
Honestly, can you do the dancing, Neil?
John, I used to moonwalk.
What do you mean you used to? Can't you do it anymore? You're only walking backwards.
John, I remember the.
You don't need to be unfit to do the moonwalk.
I remember the time I had my slip-ons and I was going down the town, right?
I remember the time. Then also with me slip-ons, I remember the time.
I'm throwing this fucking big lump of dog shit. You ought to see me moonwalk, man. Everybody's clapping me, John.
Was they throwing your coins?
Trying to get off my feet, man. I'm a guy invented it.
Anyway, Neil, let me just compose myself. Neil, you know that you love a nice milkshake, don't you?
Oh, I love a milkshake.
Can you do me a favour?
I'm like Khalees.
Can you get your choppers around this? So there you go. It's time for a flick the screen. My little movie section, Neil. Mum, are you looking at?
I wonder what that was then, John.
It's Harry Styles.
Harry Styles, full figure of him.
I can actually do that. Hold up, bear with me. There he is, look.
Jesus Christ.
There's Harry Styles right next to Jim Morrison. Have some of that down at the
There's me in the background, look, John.
Oh, yeah. Now I've got to try and put this back on, Neil. Here we go. Have some of that, and we're back in the house, Neil. We're back in the house.
Jimmy T-shirt as well. Don't ride to the grave.
Paranormal activities. Anyway, Neil, flip the screen. We don't have to do a little section called "Guess the Movie Shit Title."
Yeah,
and this is a little film called. I'm not going to tell you what it's called, but I want you to tell me before I tell you what you think. Now, use your brain. What do you think this film's about? The film is called It Follows. Neil, what's it about? What's it about?
Follows.
It Follows. What's it about?
Right. I reckon it's about, obviously, probably a ghost or a ghoul or a clown.
Clown.
And it follows somebody everywhere that they go.
Oh, not bad. Not a bad guess, Neil.
That's what I'm
That's
thinking.
actually not a bad guess.
It's in the title, John.
I was expecting something funny, but
What, like what?
I don't know. But It Follows, Neil. You ain't far off. Let me tell you the storyline. 19-year-old Jay Autumn should be at school, boys and weekends, and out at the lake. But seemingly innocent sexual encounter, she's plagued by strange visions and the inescapable sense that someone or something is following her. Faced with this burden, Jay and her friends must find a way to escape the horrors that seem to be only a few steps behind. Now, if you've seen the film It Follows, it's actually not that bad.
Ooh.
So basically, right, this girl has a bit of a, how's your father? Yeah, how's your father? And with this person, and now this person has passed on a curse to her. And the curse is that something or someone, it could be someone who looks like a friend, a family member, a stranger, just constantly follows her everywhere, just walking, staring. It's quite creepy, Neil, to be honest. Quite creepy, and just follows her. no matter where she goes, this thing is following her. She's running away, it's still following her. A bit like Michael Myers, and just follows her. And the only way she can get rid of the curse is by banging some other bloke and passes the curse on, and that's how the curse gets passed on.
So if that was me, John, I'd never get him to stop following me. I'd have a fucking lifetime of it.
You'd be like Forrest Gump when he runs around the world with this thing still following you. So that's what it's about now. It's not a bad film. It's creepy as hell, to be honest. Especially like you imagine you're walking down a hospital and then you're looking at all these people, millions, hundreds of people walking around. And you're thinking, which one is the thing? What's going to follow me? And then through the crowd, you see this old wrinkly man in like an old hospital gown just staring at you, walking towards you slowly, not giving a fuck what's around it. That's what's following her. But it takes the guise of something else all the time. It's not the same. It's not the same kind of bodies. It's not a conduit, like the same conduit. It's just a different one every single time. So she's got to guess which is the thing. When he follows it, he's going to kill her, basically. So she has to shag someone to get rid of the curse, basically. And that's the premise of the film. Yeah. It's actually not a bad film. No, not a bad film.
Is it just one of them, or does it follow on?
It follows part 2. Let's move on to the second film, Neil. Now, the second film is called Teeth. What's it about?
Teeth.
Teeth.
Now, it's about a Nasher that likes to slash you.
It's about a Nashers that likes to go around slashing people.
Yeah.
No. Guess again.
Teeth. It's got this. I don't know, John. He's Norman Wisdom in it.
No, neither is Mr. Ed either, Neil. Or Ryland Clark. He ain't in it. Basically, it's a film about this girl, Dawn. She grows up in the shadow of a nuclear power plant. And while she was in a biology class studies, she realises she may have a hidden curse. She lives with a mom, stepfather, and a stepbrother. She likes Toby, this guy at school. And she wants to get it on with him, you know what I mean? She wants to get it on. But, ever guess what a curse is?
A teeth.
No. Well, it is a teeth, but she's got 2 pairs.
Got 2 pairs.
One's in her mouth, and one's in a fanny.
Jesus.
She's got a set of gnashers up a chuffer, basically.
Yeah.
So imagine putting your 3 card in that, and then takes a bite. It's coming off. It's coming off, and that's what it is.
So she's got gnashes in her gashes.
She's got gnashes. I'm sorry, people, for the vulgarity, but she's basically got gnashes in her chuffer.
God almighty!
So because there's a lot of people in this film who try to rape her and stuff like that.
Oh,
she kind of becomes a hero that she actually goes around chopping people's dicks off.
Yeah.
Basically. So she finds how to turn the curse into an acid, Neil. That's what she does. Now, during the filming of the first scene, many of the neighbours were protesting outside this house because they believed there was being a pornographic film being made. That's true, that is. And one of the quotes from Toby, the lad, he goes, "I haven't even jerked off since Easter." I don't blame him, really.
It's a bold statement.
It's just a bold statement. But at the end, he says, "No man was harmed in the making of this film." So the film's called Teeth, Neil. And I've actually seen this as well. I've watched some crap harder.
You watched it?
Yeah.
I
watched it with the wife.
Now. The bit off more you can chew, have John.
I could get up there and brush them teeth for you.
Put your trousers down for.
Not them ones. Yeah, so basically she's got teeth in the chuffer.
So if she's got a wonky tooth, she'll go to the dentist and now he says open wide.
Good to the gynecologist, obviously.
Good to the gynecologist.
Do you know what I mean? Swilling a fanny out with mouthwash.
I know, yeah.
So there you go, Neil.
Give her a good feeling.
There you go. That is it. That is tonight's episode. All wrapped up in a little nutshell there. What's up? What, Neil? Neil, you're just staring into space. What?
What do you mean, what?
I don't know, Neil.
What about the Picks are packed.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I was going to mention that at the start of the show. I wasn't. Well, listen, we'll just quickly run through it because Neil's been waiting patiently just to just say these few little words. We watched one of our favourite films of all time the other day, David Neil. Tell him what it was.
I've got the t-shirts, John. I can... Why?
That's the worst impression ever.
I've got no bottles on my fingers.
Yeah, so we watched The Warriors. It's a 1979 American action thriller film. Now, because we've run out of time, people, we're going to do The Warriors on our next.
Good. So I don't want to rush it, John. I don't want to rush it. You know, we have to bop our way through it.
This is it. I'll do it in a nutshell. Neil will have some facts on it. We'll crack some gags, as you do. But we've run out of time. So, Neil, any last words?
No. You know, I don't want to go into the crap that we've been through, but yeah, thank you everybody that's left these lovely comments and everything, that everybody that's done everything for us. We really do appreciate it. If we just leave some comments and some likes and whatever, yeah, just to build this podcast up, you know what I mean? I'll be honest with you, John, I think we deserve it, man.
Neil, it's going great guns at the minute.
I know it is.
We just want to go to the next stratosphere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like we're on the bottom level of Bomb Jack. We want to get to at least level 10.
Yeah.
Well, we're actually midway at the minute, so we're doing all right. It's doing all right. For 29 episodes, we got quite a lot of downloads, but I'm happy with it. And that'll do for me, pal. That'll do for me.
People must be enjoying it.
On that bombshell right there, Neil, we have a saying, people. We have a saying. So this goes out to all you alien twitchers, all you cryptid stalkers, all you horror junkies, and you ghost catchers. Because when paralytic activities are out investigating and we don't get any spirits, what do we do, Neil? What do we do?
We drink them instead.
We do.
We 8%, but we just like to drink them instead.
We drink them instead, Neil. That's exactly what we do. So we implore anybody else, if you don't get no spirits when you're investigating, get to the pub and drink them instead.
Yes, and have a good laugh.
People, you ghost stories. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. Got a nice coal fire going. Woo!
A coal fire or a cold fire?
Coal fire.
On that bombshell there, people, we will see you in... because we're going to probably about 3 weeks, Neil, to be honest. We've got things coming up, and we're going to be on Jacqueline Dixon's show as well, Paranormal Path, Peeps. But on that one as well.
When's that, John?
I don't know. So, and we've got another guest coming on soon. He was the ghost tour for Dudley Ghost Walks in Dudley Castle.
Really?
Yeah.
It's all new to me. This, Johnny, don't get me informed, do ya?
I'll tell you about it in a minute. On that note, Neil, I'm going to play some music as an outro.